Grand, godly, galactic, cosmic, celestial rising, dear family. Wagwan, hola, konnichiwa, or shalom, shalom, and shalem to every melanated man, woman, and child on this planet, BKA, all things which harbor the power of the universal soul, spirit of life, and more importantly, to all of ye which bear the mark of the universal spirit's visible soul skin. Who am I? Just a man with a conviction, treading wisely. What is my conviction, and how am I going to tread wisely with it? My firmly held belief and or firmly held opinion is that God will have his world, God will have his people moving God's speed forever. Soul speed, one belief, and one foundation. And wisely, as I have the knowledge of the soul's truth, experience within this spirit's ways, as well as a good and balanced judgment of both of them. And now, I desire to place and or plant my conviction within the ethos, pathos, and logos of your world's infrastructure by any moral means necessary using what could be known as Christ logic. I said, now I desire to place my knowledge and experience of this soul's truth within the ethos, pathos, and logos of your world's infrastructure by any moral means necessary using what could be known as Christ logic, or hyperlogic, or balanced logic. Check these words out. This video is going to be called The Holy Messiah Star versus the Holy Negative Spirit. I have a reading here from the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24 and 25. It reads as follows. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Verse 25 says, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body more than remnant? Verse 24 says, Ye cannot serve God and mammon. If you have been listening to my rants since I have been ranting, you'll know that I see God, the true Most High, as the soul, meaning self, who you are, who art you. So, when it says, ye cannot serve God and mammon at the same time, it's implying to you cannot serve yourself and materialism at the same time. So, this video is going to be titled The Holy Messiah Star versus the Holy Negative Spirit. I'm going to say things out loud that'll convince you all and or encourage you all to serve the Holy Messiah Star versus the Holy Negative Spirit. So check it out. I got this idea right here. I believe, and or from what I'm starting to gather, y'all, I know, my family, I know that there are 4 styles of energy and or forces or pranas. There are 4 styles of pranas. What is a prana? P-R-A-N-A. P-R-A-N-A. What is a prana? Life force energy. That's simple. What is energy? The strength and vitality required for sustained physical or mental activity. So now, check it. I believe there are 4 styles of prana that govern our reality, or there are 4 styles of energy that govern our reality, or that give our reality its abilities to function like the energy, like I said, right? So check it. These four. There's a positive energy, a negative energy, a balanced energy, and a dead energy. In the beginning, the positive energy and the negative energy were completely separated. To your left, you'd have a cosmic size gas cloud of fire and lightning. Red, you'd have a cosmic size red gas cloud of fire and lightning to the left. To the right, a nirvanic size blue sphere of water and light. The negative gas cloud comes to consume, destroy, devour, and tear apart the positive water and light. So in reaction to this, the positive energy then creates the neutron energy, the third energy, in reaction to this. Then, at this point, it becomes a tight compressed ball of antimatter, according to the Big Bang Theory, just applying to my story, just to make this explain a little bit more, to make this make a little bit more sense. So then, the neutron energy, which is now born, then takes everything that the enemy meant for evil and Malcolm X'd it. Now we have heaven, the literal universe and or cosmos itself. So now, at this point, the power that was inside of the nirvanic water sphere, after it reacted to the negative energy's onslaught, it departed from this ball. According to my story, this is how I believe it. You can see however you want to believe it. I just from how I'm processing and how I'm gathering it, and how I'm labeling it and describing it. It coexists best with the way our reality is functioning right now. This is why my story is the way it is, because it functions with reality more fluently when I see it this way. The four energies that govern our reality. In the beginning, the two were separate. The negative comes to attack the positive. The positive reacts, brings the third one into existence. The third one then takes everything the enemy meant for evil and Malcolm X'd it. Now we got the fourth one, the space energy, or the dead energy, or the dead disposition, or the space energy, space disposition. Those three energies are now inside the space energy. So now, we have the actual universe this time. So now this energy that is now outside of its spherical ball and now outside of the literal universe itself, sending its own prana energies in through to the universe by way of what you can label and describe as nadis tubes or nadis channel tubes. That's what they're called. There's 72,000 nadis channels. Do your research on them. The Soul Star, or the very Soul Star Chakra is what is known as Soul Star Chakra, or another name for the Soul Star Chakra is Sutara, which means in Sanskrit means holy star. You follow what I'm saying? So the holy star is sending its prana energies through nadis tubes into our universe, and as it is sending this prana energy through to our universe, it creates a vessel within this universe. According to the Nation of Islam story, it took the holy star 72 trillion years in total to get this vessel from starting through to duration to destination. Start, duration, destination. Took 72 trillion years, according to the Nation of Islam's information, to create the holy star's cosmic messiah vessel. Is what for the information that I've gathered now, that's what I can label and describe it. A celestial cosmic messiah vessel, or a cosmic size celestial energy body, or a cosmic size celestial body. That's what our Messiah truly is. Well, when he was in heaven. Moving forward though. So now, according to the Nation of Islam, it takes 30 trillion years for the holy star to create the Messiah's spiritual body, or celestial body or cosmic body or cosmos body. You follow what I'm saying? So afterwards, 30 trillion years goes by. The now completed holy Messiah star, because remember, the holy star's power is now inside of the Messiah celestial body, giving the Messiah celestial body its abilities to function. You follow what I'm saying? Nadis tubes, Nadis channels. Look up Nadis, the 3 major Nadis, the 72,000 Nadis, Nadis channels, Nadis tubes. Look those up. This is how the holy star's prana energy runs to and throughout our universe to give everything what it's giving it. So, the holy star creates the Messiah celestial body by way of those Nadis tubes. At this point, now the Messiah, or the holy Messiah star, since the holy star's energy is inside of the Messiah's celestial body, holy Messiah star, the holy Messiah star then travels across his own universe. Because remember, this is still the holy star's energy inside of this celestial body. So that means that the Messiah is literally the holy star at this point as well. So the holy Messiah star then travels across the cosmos, 32 or 42 trillion years, according to the Nation of Islam story. 30 trillion years for the birth, 42 trillion years across the stars. Fact check for yourself to see what the numbers were. Because I also seen some more comments from fellow YouTubers who when I mentioned this story before, they said the years were kind of a push or a reach, so to speak. So you fact check for yourself. So the Nation of Islam has a story about how God created himself. And from what I'm understanding and from what I'm seeing now, the God that they were talking about was just the Messiah's body, or the celestial Messiah's body, the one that helped cast the evil energy or the holy negative spirit out of humanity's internal heaven, according to some stories 2,000 years ago. But when I study Revelation using logic, it really only says about 1,000 years ago that this story happened. That's what it says in Revelation. It says about 1,000 years that it was bound, and 1,000 years it'll be free. So you'll have to be loose a little season, or it'll be loose a little season. Moving forward though. So, the Holy Messiah star, then 42 trillion years across the cosmos to the center of it. And now, here we are. What you would call the Milky Way galaxy, or in this solar system here that we're in. Now, according to the stories, according to what I've studied, and from what I can gather, at first it was just a pool of water inside of this here solar system of ours. Just a pool of water. So then, the Holy Messiah star. Now, due to how his body was made up, you could say he was speaking. He could have spoke the lights. He could have reverberated sounds from his mouth with also using the power of his thoughts to nucleate it. Could have spoke. But I just know for a fact, the Holy Star, meaning the Most High, ain't talking. The positive energy remnant, meaning what was left over after the negative energy desecrated the positive energy and the Holy Star left its own spear in order to create something different, meaning Malcolm X situation, that ain't talking either. The only things that could be talking within the Bible, the only entities that could be talking within the Bible are the negative or the holy negative spirit, and now, according to the new research that I've gathered, the Holy Messiah star himself. Those are the only entities that could be talking all throughout. Those are the only divine esoteric deities that could possibly be speaking all throughout the Bible. Because remember, all of those angels, all of those Nephilim, all of those fallen angels, those all came from the Viapany, the true Lord God. Just do your research. You'll see what I mean. Stay alive and well so you can find out later if you don't know what I'm talking about right now. So moving forward, the cosmic Messiah star, or the Holy Messiah star, then reverberates the sun into existence. The giant, big sun in the center of that cosmos, in the center of that galaxy, or in the center of that Milky Way, or the center of the solar system. The sun's nucleation was so big and it was so brilliant that it shunned upon the positive energy remnant, which is the seas or the oceans that were void without form, and as darkness was upon the face of the deep of them, meaning it was on the top of them and all in and all throughout and all consumed and trying to eat away at it like there's something inside of it to be destroyed. You've already did it. It's just so much overkill with evil energy. You follow me? It's just so much overkill with evil energy. How can we take anything overwhelming and use it against the enemy? How can we do that? I think I found a way. So, the sun's nucleation, it burns that negative energy off of the still waters, off of the oceans without that were void without deep as darkness was upon the face of the deep. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 through 5. It burns that darkness off, but in the process, the sun's rays cause that darkness to have its own reaction, and from its reaction to defend itself, it creates the viapany in defense of the solar's rays, meaning it just hardened itself and gave itself a body to withstand the rays of the sun, because the energy in its raw state couldn't take those rays of the sun, so it had to turn into something else to adapt into it. So it had to turn the negative energy, the darkness that was upon the face of the deep, had to turn into something else to adapt to that energy. In other words, when you look at the story using logic, like sheer raw logic, what is logic? Logic is reasoning conducted or assessed according to strict principles of validities, meaning what you have validated. Or validity is what you have validated. Moving forward. So now the sun was nucleated, chased the darkness out of the waters. Just like when I turn that light on in y'all heads, it's going to chase the darkness out of your hearts. Are your hearts of the water element? No, your heart is of the air element. Your sacral is of the water element. But still, chasing darkness out of something is what me saying these words to click on this light in your head so you can all become the light of the world. Become the light of the world. But you have to serve yourselves and know how and why you're doing it to become the light of the world. Moving forward. The birth of the devil. So when the sun was nucleated, the main sun, the big sun, the one that the planets and all orbit around the system of. Because remember, we are in this sun's solar system. This sun's solar system. Solar system. Yeah? The system of what's solar. Moving forward. So after the sun was nucleated, due to the holy Messiah star nucleating the sun, it drives the darkness off of the waters and out of the waters simultaneously. Afterwards, the holy Messiah star then, due to the darkness having that reaction and adapting to the solar rays of the sun and turning into the viapany. Afterwards, the other planets were nucleated into the solar system. This is just a story I believe. I'm going to keep on reminding you of that over and over and over and over again. This is just what I believe because of how it makes sense to me, because of how this story coexists with our reality. It coexists. These four styles, they coexist. You'll see what I mean. Stay alive and well so you can. Nucleated the planet within the oceans. Then put the air inside of the planet before he gathered the seas. He put the air inside of the planet so the dry land can show up. He put the air inside of the planet so the dry land can show up. And he gave the chance for all the leaves and trees and things of that nature to show up next. So then afterwards, the gathering of he seas, meaning the shaping of the planet. The gathering of he seas, meaning the shaping of the planet, took place. Genesis chapter 1, verse 11 through verse 11 and 12. Or verse 9 through 12. The gathering of he seas. After he put the air inside of the planet, meaning that's what caused the land to show once he nucleated the planet inside of the waters, put the air inside of it that caused the dry land to show. Then it gathered the seas, that's what gave the planet its shape. Moving forward. So at this point, now the planet is completely created. The darkness has been chased out of the water, and now the Holy Messiah star has his field set up. The earth, or the heart. I consider this planet the Father's heart. You can keep calling it the Mother Earth if you'd like to. I consider it the Father's heart. I just think to myself, why does everything have a she as its owner when it comes to the terrain of our planet? Why is that? Why is every country a she? Why is every continent a she? Why is Africa considered the motherland? You follow me? Why is that considered the motherland? Things of that nature. It's all she's and things of that nature. Why couldn't you consider the government leader a she? The government leader does seem very scornful, as it forces you all to serve it in its ways. So now, the planet's created, meaning the disposition. It's created. So the next thing that comes, there's a lot of history that's been scrubbed out of the Bible. Oh, it's a lot of history, my brothers and sisters. Let's say about 4.494 billion years of history scrubbed out of the Bible. That book ain't even real. It's not. I just know how this enemy operates. It puts a lie and a truth in everything. So that means there's a lie and a truth in the Bible simultaneously right now. That's why I use it. Only reason why I use it, because the information is going to help me free you, which is ultimately me freeing myself. That's what it is. Always going to boil down to. Now, let's skip to the part then of the first sun soul. So then the holy Messiah star then creates more life. He seeds into the ground of the planet he created as well. A person or a soul vessel or a soul seed first. A soul seed, then with the coating or the seed coating around the seed. Check Revelation chapter 13, verse 18 for this one. It's not the mark of the beast, the number of man, meaning the quantity of atomic energies inside of the soul seed. 600 protons for the heart, 60 electrons for the flesh, and 6 neutrons for the mind. Those 3 energies inside of one soul seed to give it its powers and its abilities to produce prana through the human beings thereof. 600 protons made up the first person's heart, 6 neutrons made up the person's mind, and 60 electrons, or 3 score electrons, or 2 sets of 30 electrons make up the person's body. Those all went into one seed, planted into the ground, and from the ground germinated a giant black plant baby. Boy, of course, a giant black plant baby boy. First human being or first soul person to ever exist. Now, where am I getting with this? Why am I saying all these things? I'm saying these words because recognize why we all do not serve the right master. Instead, we serve the false master ever since the beginning of our time, since the holy Messiah star planted himself or a version of himself within the ground to be germinated from it. We have been at war. We have been getting forced to serve something that is completely against our will and completely against who we are and completely against how we made ourselves. Or should I say how I made myself originally? Or should I say how my king made I self originally? And it makes sense to those who it wants to make sense to, or who it can make sense to. So now, my personal message is to say this. Speed through all of the extra things I was going to say. We've been at war since the dawn of us. We have been being forced to serve the opposite and or incorrect master since the dawn of us. Now we are in a position, thanks to and or due to what the celestial energy body known as the Holy Messiah Star and or the Cosmic Messiah and or due to what King Yahweh Shai Yeshua has done, or Yahusha Yeshua, due to what he has done in our history, casting the negative energy out of our internal heaven, we now have himself in the physical world, as well as the devil now in the physical world. Both of them are now in the physical world, meaning they're borderline like us, but they're not like us, you see. We have a chance to get past the true enemy of the world and subjugate her and subjugate it. We have the power to do so, due to what King Yeshua has done to help us out in our history, as he has always done, helped us out. Yeshua is all about balance, knowledge, protection. Balance, knowledge, protection. Balance, knowledge, protection. Keep you living right. And Hebrews 13:8 is how his clock ticks. You follow? I want to say this one last line before I close the video out. If you've listened this part far, you are very, very appreciated. I am making this video because I want to see if I can say words that'll help convince people to stop serving the devil master and serve the self master. Because who is self? What is soul? Soul is self. Soul is the spiritual and or non-physical part of a human being or animal regarded as immortal. Just that simple. The spiritual is the non-physical or immaterial part of a human being or animal regarded as immortal. Fact check for yourself. The definition of soul is literally out here. It all is. All the information is out here for us. Here, I want to say this now. Take these words however you like them. But the character, Anu, Satan, Iblis, Diablo, Baal, Samael, Halel, El Shaddai, who was known as the spirit of pride, my family, he is not real. Anu, Samael, Halel, El Shaddai, Satan, who was known as the devil, who was known as the he devil, he devil, he was never real. It's a ghost character. Meaning, Satan is literally a depiction of someone that the devil who depicts Satan, seen in a bad mood after the said devil has driven said entity into a bad mood to be seen in it in the first place, or to be seen in that moment in the first place. Satan is just a depiction of a really, really solid, balanced entity in a bad mood after she drug him there, or after it drug him there. You are more powerful than you realize. Get ready to start accepting that. Because these messages that I'm pushing, I'm not going to stop until the entirety of who we all are, naturally speaking, is known again. We must reconnect with the true King of all kings, the Cosmic Messiah. I need to say these words now too. Another reason why you hear voices in your head. Another reason why you have voices to hear in your head, or a sound of talking to hear in your head. That is the remnant. That is a literal remnant of energy remnant of the Cosmic Messiah's body. Now, the Celestial Messiah, when he was in heaven, he was just a full celestial body at that time. Just one celestial body in this reality of ours, and that's the one we have. He's completely harmless, by the way. He can't even hurt a fly. Yeah, the celestial body, the Celestial Messiah can't hurt anything at all. Keep that in mind, if you don't mind. Keep that in mind. The Celestial Cosmic Messiah cannot hurt people at all. He cannot hurt people at all. Just keep that in mind if you don't mind. Just think about how many ways that can be used You can keep King Yeshua trapped in an open air prison if you wanted to. You really could. Just surround him with a bunch of crazy lost people who ain't got nothing else to live for other than following him whithersoever he goeth. Just think about it. Moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and just close out this video and say these words right here. Anu, Satan, Iblis, Diablo, Baal, Samuel, Halel, El Shaddai, who's the spirit of pride, is not real and he never was real. He's just a depiction of Yeshua, meaning he's just a depiction of Yahweh, Shai, Horus, Osiris, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Christ, Inki, Yahusha, Ra, Thoth, or Odin. And Anu, Satan, Iblis' character was depicted off of Yeshua's character by the mouth of Yahweh, Yahweh Allah, Kaidios, Yajakan, Jehovah Ma'at, and Lil Isis. Believe it if you want. Another thing I want to say. Evil things are complicated. Good things are simple. Stand on the soul's disposition. I said all of that to say these words right here. Stand on the soul's disposition. Serve yourself. Stop serving the devil. Serve yourself. Stop serving the devil. It's better to serve you. You're better to serve yourself anyways. Just keep those words in mind, my family. Keep those words in mind. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is not about a competition with me. I'm just aware of what struck me, aware of what stricken me, and aware of it will not stop striking us at all. I just messed up my line. I'm going to go and just close it out. Love your neighbors, you love yourself. Matthew 22:39. Defend your neighbors, you defend yourself, at least those who are worthy. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family. Serve the right master, not the wrong one.